we gotta talk about this fragrance. It's dedicated review time. Oh yeah. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and yes, today we're doing a dedicated fragrance review. This is the first fragrance from this fragrance house in my collection. This is Memo Paris, and we're talking about the infamous, trending, it's definitely had a moment and people are still talking about it. This is none other than Memo's Sintra. As always with a dedicated fragrance review, I rate fragrances by 4 categories. First category is mood, and that is simply how does this fragrance make me feel? Where do I see myself wearing it? Time of year, day, all of that. We talk about it there. Second category is strength, and that is on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being, ooh, this is nothing but water in a pretty bottle, to 10, this is nuclear, eternal lasting juice. Third category is longevity, and that is how many hours long lasted is this fragrance on the skin and or clothing. We talk about that there because I know that matters to a lot of people. And the fourth category, which is very important as well, is this a compliment getting fragrance, yes or no? So we talk about it there. Now y'all know how I do fragrances. As always, lipstick of the day, everyone. Get into it. Lipstick of the day is MAC Mare lipstick, which is a blue based pink. It'll be linked below as always. Let me know what you think, elves, because I know y'all are opinionated. Next up, we have fragrance of the day. It is 90 degrees here, so I went with something that is appropriate for this time of year. This is Parfums de Marly de Lena La Rose. Perfect time. It's finally time for you. I put up the exclusive, I put up the original. It's time for La Rose to shine, everyone. So Parfums de Marly de Lena La Rose is your fragrance of the day. Now let's get into the dedicated review for Memo Paris Sintra. As always, let's get into the information first because we got to give the specs and the breakdown of this fragrance. This fragrance was released in 2020. Yes, 2020. That was a very interesting year. That was also the time when the world shut down, but also the time when fragrance decided to blow up, and it's become a huge thing here on YouTube for sure, as well as Instagram and TikTok. Elves, let me know what you think about that. But yes, Memo Sintra was released in 2020, and I gotta say this fragrance definitely blew up because this was during the era and the time of the orange blossom and marshmallow craze. If you blend those two notes together, if you had either one of those notes together in a fragrance, everybody was talking about it. It was a whole thing, and Memo Sintra fits the bill. So yep, it got lumped right on into the craze and the hype. In fact, the whole orange blossom and marshmallow craze is still a thing to this day. It can be argued that it's still trending. Let me know how you feel about that, elves. Comment below. So okay, let's talk about sizing and what have you. The fun thing about this is this fragrance literally only comes in one size. This is what the full presentation packaging looks like. Here's the back of it with the Memo Paris, and most importantly, here is the one size of the bottle that it comes in. This is a 75 milliliter bottle. This one size bottle retails for $310, but don't worry, I do have a code with Twisted Lily. I'll display it here for you, Santa Maria 10. Definitely use that to assist you with getting some coins back. And another good thing too about Twisted Lily, they did kindly send this over to me as well, but they have samples, and yes, you can get a sample of Memo Sintra or anything else that you possibly see on there. The Memo Sintra fragrance sample right now currently is only $5, so I highly recommend sampling something like this, particularly niche fragrances, because as we all know, niche have a higher price tag, so you definitely want to sample it first. I'd rather spend $5 versus blind buying something that costs $300 and I'm mad, that type of thing. So definitely check out Twisted Lily for your niche samples, as well as the full presentations too, because you all know we try not to blind buy as much, just saying. So now I'm going to go ahead and spray this fragrance and let it dry down, and I'm gonna read the notes while that happens, because we all know notes can be listed as one thing, but what it gives us can be something very different. And I must add, I have been wearing this fragrance for a month straight, so I can give a full dedicated review on this scent. This isn't a, ooh, I smelled it one time and let's talk about it. Y'all know I wear my fragrances before we do these dedicated reviews. So let's talk about the notes. Ooh, wow, this is strong. Ooh, it's all in the air. So let's talk about the notes, and I always like to give the official notes from Memo Paris's website because things do get reformulated, particularly with niche fragrances, so you always want to go to the brand to see what exactly the notes are, not these other sites. For granted, I'm looking at you. So we have notes of bergamot, red fruits, petitgrain. We also have neroli, orange flower, absolute. We have jasmine, we have milk, we have cinnamon, we got Madagascar, we got rose, we got, let's see, balsam, we got caramel, cedarwood, and we have fluffy musk. Yeah. A lot of times you will see this fragrance as abbreviated as being an orange blossom and a marshmallow type of scent, but as you can see, there's a lot more going on in here, and let me tell you, it's true. Memo Paris is definitely a niche fragrance brand because, oh, this is complex. Let me tell y'all that right now. Let me tell you straight up, Up top is the petitgrain note. If you do not like petitgrain, which makes it open a little bit more greener, you're not gonna like this scent. And honestly, it's the opening. I have seen a lot of people say that turn them off from the scent, but this is a fragrance that you have to let it develop over time and on your skin because it will take you on a journey. I'll get into that later on. So now let's get into the rating system that I always do for these dedicated fragrance reviews. Let's talk about mood of this scent. Straight up, y'all. This is absolutely a daytime fragrance for sure. This is a daytime scent, and in particular, this is a daytime spring scent, and I will even go as far as to say it's good up until right now at the time I'm filming this. Early summer. Not when we get into the true part of summer, late June, 4th of July, all of that. This, because of that greenness, this is definitely a daytime scent. Like I said, early spring, early summer. Definitely a day outfit, flowy sundress type of a vibe with this scent. In fact, I've worn those type of outfits when I wear this, so that's what it's giving me. Now let's talk about strength on a scale of 1 to 10. As you all can tell by this opening, yeah, it's strong. This is a solid 8. Fragrance is absolutely a solid 8. That opening plays no games. Oh, and it hovers on the skin. It lasts for a good 2 hours, that opening, before it transitions into something else. So yeah, this is one I haven't had to bathe in to get the effect of. This is actually one, yeah, you get your money's worth. I gotta say that. Because I don't have to use a whole lot of it to make myself smell it, or you're gonna smell it. In fact, if you overspray this one because of that petitgrain and that greenness, you will choke. And you will choke those around you out. In fact, I oversprayed it when I first got it, and the head elf walked by me and he literally started choking and had to go stand outside for a minute. He was like, okay. He's like, I like the scent, but it's too much. So yes, word to the wise, do not overspray this scent thinking it's gonna be some soft, cutesy scent because of the whole orange blossom marshmallow craze. Oh no, this one packs a punch. Now let's talk about longevity, because this is what people care about a lot, particularly when we talk about niche fragrances and niche price points. Longevity, I am pleased to report that this is an 8-hour plus fragrance. Absolutely 8 hours plus. This lasts, and I do not have to touch it up. This lasts on skin as well as on clothing, so it does not discriminate with the longevity. And back to the part about the fact this fragrance takes you on a journey, it really does. So it starts with that opening greenness, but you eventually transition, I say about that 3-hour mark, 4-hour mark. That's when you get that caramel and you get that marshmallow. That's when you get that sweetness, and it's like, ooh, it's really good. It's really, really good. This is a fragrance, it's sexy. It's that type of girly sexy, but a grown woman's gonna wear this. Like, I don't expect someone that's new to fragrance to wear this one, to like this one. This is for somebody that's like, okay, I know I've been wearing orange blossom, I know I've been wearing sweet scents, but I want my sweetness to have a little extra oomph to it, a little extra going on with it. That's who this fragrance is for, in my opinion. So I've been pleased with it because it has been taking me on a journey every single time I wear it. We go from that greenness, that florally opening, till we get to gourmand sweetness by the time it is done, and I'm here for that. I like it. Now the last category, which is very, very important for a lot of people, and that is this a compliment getting fragrance? I've kind of already alluded to that, but yes, this gets so many compliments. In fact, I wore this around my family and whatnot, and a lot of friends and things. Everybody said I smelled amazing. In fact, my mother was also like, let me borrow that, let me wear that since you're here. I really, really like this one. So mass appealing even across age groups. So I have to agree, this one is very, very nice, and it's going to turn heads, but people are gonna be like, what are you wearing? Because they don't smell it every day. So that's why I say it's mass appealing, but it's still unique. So Memo Paris, you did that with Sintra. I gotta give you, it's worth the hype. I get it. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room, and that is comparisons. A lot of people found this fragrance or were interested in it because it was compared to another, well, rather two other fragrances at this point that have also been hyped up in this orange blossom marshmallow thing that's been happening. So first and foremost, let's talk about it. Everybody always tries to compare this to Love Don't Be Shy, which Love Don't Be Shy did come out first. It's been out for a long time, actually, longer than I thought it was. And I gotta say, it does not smell like Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. It just doesn't. That one is way more sickly sweet. Way more sickly sweet. And it's more so on the youthful side, in my opinion, and much more mass appealing than what Memo Sintra is giving. Let's address that one. It does not smell like Love Don't Be Shy. Only thing they have in common is the fact that they have an orange blossom and a marshmallow, but literally that is it. They go in completely different directions, in my opinion. So, no. Now, the next comparison people often try to make, because this one came out recently, well, not too long ago as well. The other comparison people often make is to Parfums de Marly Oriana, which you all know I have the bottle right here. I do have a full dedicated review already up on the channel to Oriana, so definitely check that out. Let me say this now, since we're here. No, this does not smell like Oriana either. Oriana is way more fluffier, and this one is a summer fragrance to me, because that's the only way I'm gonna really smell this one and get it to go the distance. Whereas with the Memo Sintra, this one packs way more of a punch, and a little bit goes a long way. So just off of longevity and vibes, completely different situations. You know, Oriana is doing its own thing, Sintra is doing its own thing, Love Don't Be Shy is doing its own thing. So no, we had to go ahead and address the whole comparison thing. So for my people that like a greener opening, I think you're going to like the Memo Sintra, and therefore I recommend this one. And out of all of those that everybody often try to compare it to, this one lasts the longest. So for my longevity stands, this is the one you want to check out in my opinion. So all right everyone, that wraps up my dedicated review on Memo Paris Sintra. All in all, I think this is a solid fragrance. I get why it often sells out on Twisted Lily when I see it in other places, even department stores, what have you, but this is really worth the hype. So I think it's worth checking out. Definitely get your nose on it. Again, you can pick up a sample of it at Twisted Lily if you are interested in it, but you are like on the fence about it. Please do not blind buy, test it first. And as well, they do offer the full size bottle that I have right in front of you. Let me know what you think about Memo Paris Sintra in the comments below. Also too, since this was my first fragrance from this house, let me know some other ones from the brand that I should be thinking about checking out. I know I hear a lot about Marfa, and I also see African leather, those type of scents, but let me know, particularly the fragrances that are more so unisex leaning feminine, please let me know which ones I should get my nose on next, because yeah, I'm into exploring more from this house, because I'm very impressed with how Sintra has performed for me so far. So as always, if you're digging me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not here for any of this, then I guess you just don't like this fragrance, and that's okay. So until next time else, I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.